Singapore has set a target to cut down the amount of waste sent to its only landfill by 30% by 2030. It will also introduce new labels for its blue recycling bins to reduce contamination of recyclables. Jun Lo has more on its first Zero Waste Masterplan that was launched today.
Every day, truckloads of incinerated waste from Singapore are dumped at this offshore landfill in Semakau Island. But the site, which was originally meant to last till 2045, is expected to run out of space 10 years earlier, at the rate Singapore is throwing out trash. Now, according to the Environment and Water Resources Ministry, the amount of rubbish being thrown out has increased by 7-fold over the last 40 years. Now, last year, Singaporeans threw out about 7.7 million tons of waste. And with limited land to build new landfills, the problem is even more worrying. In a bid to prolong the lifespan of the landfill, Singapore plans to reduce the amount of waste sent to Semakau each day by 30% by 2030. It's one of the strategies outlined in the Zero Waste Masterplan to build a more sustainable nation.
We deplete scarce resources when we produce, consume and throw away, down to incinerating and landfilling waste. The associated activities also emit greenhouse gases. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere and contributes to climate change.
One way to achieve the target is to raise awareness of proper recycling. About 40% of recyclables thrown into these blue bins are currently contaminated by food or liquid waste. New labels like this, which give people a clearer idea of what can and cannot be deposited, will replace current labels by mid-2020. Singapore also plans to develop its recycling capabilities to turn waste into useful products.
Our recycling activities in Singapore is considered pretty young. We are not that mature at this point in time, but we do have a lot of good recycling companies that has already been sorting out and recycling all the various waste streams. The only gap that I think as of now is actually paper recycling, because as of now most of the papers are still being exported out.
Industry players CNA spoke with mostly welcomed the new master plan. But founder of packaging-free store Unpacked says there should also be more emphasis on reduction.
A lot of people feel that sustainability is a very atas lifestyle. You need to be rich, then you can be a sustainable person. But you can just refuse, say no, and then you are already starting your journey towards sustainability.
Unpacked says it has saved about 3,000 kilograms of packaging waste at its zero waste stores over the past year.